everybody. It's Cheri. I'm here. I'm back in the craft camper. I feel like it's been forever. I know it was just last week, but I feel like I haven't been here forever. Forever. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, it's been. It's been. It looks like here, I was kind of reading Nikita's stuff here. Let's see. Nikita said she has been battling the flu. Yes, that's stinky. That is stinky, stinky, stinky. I'm sorry that you've been sick, Nikita. I know it's been like my house. I'll tell you about it here in just a bit. But Kathy Williams, hello to you. You said you're getting over something. Cough is still terrible. Oh, that's awful. In the middle, summer sickness is not, it's not good. Well, any sickness is not good, but summer sickness is like, I think it's worse. 87. Whoa, in Tennessee. Wendy in Arkansas. Hello, Wendy. Hello. I have to give a shout out. Thank you, Wendy, for your order. I did get it. It's sitting in my mailbox waiting for my post lady to pick it up here shortly. But thank you for that. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who ordered on the Etsy shop. You guys blew me away yesterday. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. There's still a few sets of the knitty sticks left. I'll talk about those here in a little bit too, but thank you. I just want to say thank you to all of you because that's really, really awesome. You're so awesome. Oh, let's see. Let's see what else. Who else is here? 91. See, I can't. The heat. Oh my gosh. I have a sweater on. It's supposed to be, there was sun. Now it doesn't look, no sun. It went away since I came in the camper. I don't know. Oh, I almost knocked my stuff on the ground. Sorry about that. Sorry if I bumped the camera when I smacked my book. But anyways, I'm so glad you're all here. Megan's here. Hello. I am feeling better. I have another, like one more day of antibiotics, but the dentist, guys, I need a new one. I need a new one. Yeah. Eisen, hello, Eisen. How are you doing? I hope you're having a fine week. And Stacy too. I wish you a fine week as well. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being here. Anne and Claire, your packages went out yesterday with all the Etsy orders. Finally, sorry. I wanted to wait a little bit before I sent those out, just a little bit. I made you each, you each got a heart set. So hopefully you'll like those. And, you got the Molly's, oh my gosh, guys. Okay, let's start over. You got the starter sets. I believe that's what's in the little box from Golden Arm Creations too with your knitty sticks. And I am going to do another giveaway today. We're going to do a little bit later here towards the end. So you guys stick around for that. You can win even if you've won before. I still have a couple more sets of these from Golden Arm Creations, and they're just so cute. Her starter sets, I believe, with her new tags in there. I don't want to open them, so I'm not exactly sure. Molly, I didn't realize. Oh, I didn't realize that these were in there. I just now realized that. She's so stinking awesome. I pulled the other ones out, and those were hiding in there. I guess I should look in the box when you send me one. Thank you for that, by the way. She's so awesome. If you need tags, you got to go right there. Go there today and get your tags because she will hook you up. Molly from Golden Arm Creations, she will hook you up. I love the new tags. They're awesome. Yeah, I love her tags. Yep. And I was getting them from someplace else. Not anymore. Getting them from Molly. So yeah, so you need to get them from her. But yeah, let's see. So Ian, your package is in the mail. Claire, yours will probably take a hot minute to get there. But I think when I checked it this morning, because I was concerned, because I have to do, all my UK people, no offense, but getting stuff shipped to you is not an easy task. But I wanted to make sure it was going to be accepted because I took it to a different post office to drop it off yesterday. Sometimes they're real funny about the international stuff. It is coming from my husband, though. It's not coming from me. So if you see Darren Bay on there, that's him. I just do that because it's a gift from him. It's not a gift from me. But anyways, it looks like it's coming. It's in Chicago. So it made it through. So hopefully it'll make it your way soon. Hopefully. Okay. Oh, Nairo's here. Hello to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're recovering well from your fall. I know that takes a little hot minute to get a little better, and it looked like you fell pretty hard. So Sandy, thank you for being here, my friend. I feel like you guys, I don't know why, I feel like it's been a long time. I think it's because I've packed so much in since last week that maybe that's why. I think it's aged me just a little bit too. Char's here. Char, I almost didn't say your name right. Victoria, hello, Victoria. Hola to you. Molly, hi, Molly, and your cute little cartoony face. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I already hit it. Oh, good, Wendy. I'm glad. I'm glad you got the ping. Got the ping, ping, ping. Elise Harris, hello to you. Wendy says 91 would be okay, but we have the, yeah, I don't know. 91 would not be okay in my book. I don't like 91. Connie says, hey, hey to the fellow crankers. My special needs brother is here. Oh, hello to your brother. Hi, Terry. How are you? Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a fine day in the fort. Well, you're not actually in the, I guess you kind of are, aren't you? Somewhere around there. I think like Leo area. I think that's what I remember us discussing. I'm not sure. I can't remember right. I might be remembering wrong, but thank you for being here, Terry. 70 in Seattle. Yeah, that's more my style. That's what we're about like right now. It says 77, but we're not 77. That's in Shelby, which is like kind of far away from us. But that's where my weather comes out of unless I like have to, whatever, on my watch. I need to figure out how to like set it for my location because it's usually 10 degrees cooler where we're located. So anyways, Nikita, what have you done with the dentist not that you need now? Okay, so tell me, did you kill him? Oh my gosh. My dentist. Okay, so this is the thing, guys. Last week before we left on the trip, first off, y'all know that I got the strep, right? So I had to start the antibiotics. I think I have one more day left of those. So I wasn't even sure how I'd be feeling if we were going to get to go to Boeing Mountain or not for the trip for the Knit the Bridge. But I was having pain. And so last week I called to say, hey, you need to get me in sooner for this crown, because they had called and said the crown was in. So if I wanted to up the appointment, I could. They just want my money. That's all that was. But anyways, I said, I know I shouldn't probably be having pain, but after I eat, I'm like taking Tylenol because I'm in so much pain. So by the weekend, it seemed to be better though, but I had called and made the appointment for Monday. I wasn't sure if I was going to go to it or not though, because I was debating, but anyways, I thought I probably should. So I'll talk about the trip here in a minute, but I'll talk about the dentist first. So Monday morning, my appointment was at 9:30. So I thought, well, I'll probably be able to get back in time. And they just had to set the crown and I'll find out maybe why it's uncomfortable or whatever. But they did have to do a lot of like grinding because the tooth was so rotten. And then he built up the tooth with like compound stuff, I think. Oh, and let me just say, if you have questions about like circular knitting, you can ask it and I will certainly try to help it. But right now we'll just talk about whatever. So anyways, they did that, right? And then they put the temporary on. So then when I went in Monday, my doctor or my dentist comes in and it's not him, it's somebody else. It's the dentist who owns the practice. And he was filling in for my dentist. So, and they didn't obviously tell me that when I called to make the appointment that would be the case. And he said he would be there for like a week and a half or something, but he owns several, it's Aspen Dental that I go to. And the only reason I went to them is because back when I was having all kinds of dental problems, it was still around the Rona time and nobody was seeing patients. So I ended up finding this dentist that would do emergency, who's super great about getting me in. And I've just kind of stuck with them because of that. Well, anyways, first off, they're like, do you want numbed? Because for the crown placement, they don't have to numb you, but she said it might be a little uncomfortable. And I said, well, if we don't have to numb me, that'd be good. Because then I'm thinking, well, I can still do my live later on Monday, right? Well, I asked her first about the pain and she's like, well, since he did a lot of work, it could have disrupted the nerves and then that could be an issue. And it just takes a while for that to heal. I'm like, okay, whatever. But it was kind of a lot of pain when I would have pain. So anyway, she goes to like pull the temporary off. I'm like, not having it. You're going to have to shoot me up. So they numbed me all up. And then once that was done, they pulled the crown or the temporary off, and off with it came all of the buildup that he put on it. So then my nerve was exposed. So that's what the pain, like what was happening was that had released, like it stuck to the top of the temporary. And I think what was happening is when I would chew, there was enough room or movement in there that it was pushing on like my nerve on my tooth. So So anyways, there was a whole like the dentist comes in and he's like, well, this is why I don't do it this way, because this exact thing can happen. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel really good. And he's like, so we got a couple options. We can do a root canal, but I don't think you need that yet, which I probably, who knows. I'm just about ready to say pull the damn tooth. So we could do that. They could just try gluing the crown they have on, except for there's not enough there to like really, because the crown was made with that bond in it. So now what it thought it was going to glue to won't be there. So it might not stay. So, or he said, I'll just remake you a new crown based on what you have left. And that's what I would do. But I'm only here until like next week. So if a crown doesn't come in and your dentist comes back, he might not agree with me and want to do something different. So that's where I'm at. That's where I told him, I said, I'm not paying another cent because this is not what I signed up for. So yeah. So that's what's going on. So the tooth, who knows? Like I'm doing all this baloney. So anyways, when they numb me, I must be like, I don't know. It's like all day I'm numb. Somebody mentioned in the and when I posted that to go for a walk, which I did, which helped a little bit, but I got not like they numbed me at like 9:30 and it's like 4 o'clock and I'm still numb. You know, it doesn't, that seems like that's not right, but whatever. That's the way it was last time too. And I can't like eat or do anything. Whatever. I just, I need a dentist. So if you live in the greater West Michigan region and you know of a good dentist, will you hook me up? Post it in the comments because I need a new dentist because this just isn't, because just like this dentist, he's like, well, your dentist might come back and then he might not want to do this and he might want to do it all over different. And I'm not going to sit there too much longer. But I've already paid. It's, yeah. Yeah. So that's where I'm at, Nikita. It's not a fun time. It's not a fun time. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. Stacey says Eisen says he's having a fun summer day outside. Oh, I am so glad. I can remember. Can you guys remember when you were a kid? Summer was like the bomb, wasn't it? It was like for me, because we were like latchkey kids, you know, it was like freedom. Like I didn't have a babysitter and I was home by myself and I did whatever I wanted. Yeah. Got myself in trouble most days. Tried to get home and before my parents got home, like I'd be out gallivanting around the neighborhood. Yeah, but I loved it. Traveling love bugs. Hello to you. Let's see. Marissa. Hello. Shauna's here. Hello, Shauna. Shauna. From Southpaw Fiber Art. Mary says, hello, I'm new. Just got an Addy. Large and the large yarn winder. Yay! Yay. You need to come to my craft camper and wind my yarn, Mary. Mine is like right here. You guys can't see it. And I did wind up all of my cakes because I did take crochet with me when we went on our trip. But see, I wound all my cakes that are in there, but I didn't end up really doing. I did one square while we were gone. The rest of them I've done since we've been home. But looky, I'm doing like a bow. I'm going to turn them into a boho like bag. What do you guys think? Some granny squares. So I caked up those. I have not cleaned up my mess in here in the camper. It does go, I will tell you guys, this winder, it is nice. It is nice. I like it better than a knit picks. I can do a whole skein of yarn on it. It makes a huge cake. They look huge like this. This is like a whole skein. You can see how big it is compared to my head. I've used some on this, but yeah, it does really good. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. If you didn't watch my video, you can watch my video. But I love that you got one, Mary, that you got the Addy. Did you guys see that the Addy is like thinking about buying some? I don't really have the money to do it right now though. But because it's super, like they were down to 134. I don't know. Last I checked, they were like 139 or something. I don't know, but that's super cheap compared to what they were and what they will be. Because come this fall, they're going to be super expensive. So if you're looking to get one, right now's the time. If you have the moolah. Carrie May, hello to you. Rhonda Seals is here. Good morning. Pam, Tyler, how are you? Um, oh yeah, did you see that? What was it with? No, it wasn't a copperhead. It's called what is it? It's a false something. False cobra? Water snake? I think that's what it is. A false cobra water snake. It came kind of up to her on the shore and she just grabbed it. She said people were around because she's been fishing the last couple days. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I think maybe not. Maybe that's not what it's called. She would know. Yeah, false water cobra. That's what they're called. It was kind of pretty. If you don't, Wendy, I don't know if I can show it. I wonder if I can show it. I should show it. You guys will freak out. Let me see if I can do it because I can share my screen. Hold on. Wendy's talking about on my Facebook on my personal page. I shared my daughter Shelby likes to fish, and yesterday she was fishing kind of close to our house. And hold on, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it. Give me a minute. And she okay, let's do. We'll stop, and now we'll do it to it. And you can tell me, do you have a kid that would do this? Because why does it say 6? I don't have 6 open, but whatever. Okay, here it is. That's it. That's my daughter Shelby. And this is her snake that she just picked up yesterday and played with a little bit and then let it go. I don't know what you guys think of that, but yeah, I think it's a little nutso, but she's quite the outdoors lady. Yeah, she likes snakes and spiders and anything alive, really, pretty much. She's been known to just like pick possum up in the yard and bring them up to the house to show us because she says they won't bite her, and they don't. Yeah, she wants to be a DNR officer. So there's that. I think she might actually go into the military. She either that or she wants to do like a canine officer maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So that's that. So I think that's what it was called. I'm not absolutely sure. I'm looking to see. Somebody's cooking. What are you cooking? Who's cooking? Oh, Traveling Love Bug is cooking. It's about that time, right? It's about that time. Mary is in Washington. So how are you liking the Addie, Mary? Are you liking it? Oh, that's so cool, Connie. Yes. Okay. This is what I'm finding too. Yes. And I have one that's closer. I just need to find like a regular dentist. That's what I need for sure. For sure. So, okay. So I'm just scrolling all the way down. I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm sorry if I missed you. I can go back up. They don't bite her because she doesn't show. That's probably it, Tina. I don't know if that's it. Wendy says, I work for the DNR. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, she would love to be a DNR officer. She would be. She's quite the outdoors lady. There's not much that she's not really afraid of anything, really. And okay, so let's talk about fear. I want to talk about it. As you guys saw, because you saw the video. Okay, so Boeing Mountain went really well. Darren and I had the most wonderful time. We really did. I was a little bit tired going into the weekend, and then I had to record because I had made this arrangement with them, so to do like our point of view or whatever. But we didn't know what to expect, guys. The panels were so beautiful, but I did it. I went across the bridge. I was scared to freaking death, no joke. I was shaking. I didn't take pictures. Like, I think Aaron from Aaron Makes Design said you should have showed more of your panel from the Knit the Bridge. But I didn't even take, like, Darren took my camera from me, but I never let go of the side. So I wasn't actually taking photographs. I did record all of the panels, but then my cuts weren't great, so I wasn't able to only show but a few of them because I was so scared. I did it. When I got to the 30 feet of like glass floor, I did not look down. I just kind of looked. But this is the thing, guys. Beautiful. The place is gorgeous. I would have never thought in a million years that I would have so much fun. We had a blast, even with the rain. But I will tell you, we got back Saturday night And we didn't do a ton of walking. If you watch the video, we rented like a golf cart to drive around in the rain. It was really, really pretty. But anyway, so we didn't do a ton of walking. I maybe got 8,500 steps in. So not a lot and nothing physical. I didn't lift but I got back Saturday and I'm like, Darren, my legs hurt. My legs hurt and my arms hurt. And then the next day I was so sore, like I did like, a workout, and I didn't do a workout. But I was talking to my daughter, my oldest daughter, Haley. She's like, Mom, it's probably because all that time across the bridge and all that time back, you were so tense. And I think she's right, because I was like, I had to mentally, I did like this little thing in my head, and I kept saying, I'm not going to die. I kept telling myself, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to fall. It's okay. And I'm like, in my head, I'm saying this to myself, and people were trying to talk to me. And I had a hard time even talking, cause I was kind of afraid. Um, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself that I did it. I think I would be just as scared next time, because it sways the bridge. The wind picked up and the bridge is moving. It's about 5 feet wide, so you can walk beside a person, as you could see in the video. But the bridge like moved because it's only connected on the sides. And then when we were coming, like we were just getting ready to get off, because then we had to turn around and come all the way back again. Everybody was like on one side. So the whole thing was like shifted. It was a little freaky. It was a little freaky. I would do better with like skiing or snowboarding. I think even on the tall mountain, I could do that. It's just the whole like, but I do think that I found that it is over water where it's even worse. I think if it was over water, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. But I can't say it overcame my fear. I just dealt with it. But then I was like really, really sore. It could be because I still was taking the antibiotics for the strep. So it could be that. But I honestly believe it's because my muscles were so tense for so long that I was sore because of it. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Wendy. Yeah, you guys. I would I yeah, it was cool though. And I told myself, I committed that I would not give up, that I would not give in. When I first those first few steps onto the bridge, I started to have a slight panic attack, but I just like looked ahead and I just focused on the panels. I just honestly, if I just stayed focused on looking at those, but I missed the view. I really didn't get to see the view while I was on it because I couldn't look. I just couldn't. I just would fixate from one to the other. So yeah, I don't know. It was interesting, and it was a good time. It was really, and it was so sweet. Everybody that was there, super kind. Like all the ladies and gentlemen that came that had panels, and they were there for the artist like event, like the brunch, because it was so cool. They did the brunch, and then we were able to all go up to the bridge together and do the walk together. And it was fun to see everybody see their panel up there and then be able to talk to everyone. And it was just like this whole community of, yarn enthusiasts. And it was just really cool. It was really cool. And everybody was just super, super nice. So not a rude one in the bunch. So that was really fun. Really, really fun. And I got to see a few people from the group there too that had panels. One lady and her husband had them, and yeah, that was fun. They're like, "Are you hooping home?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I don't know what to say. All right, let's see here. Nikita, I wouldn't dare go on the bridge. Then I just have colors in my pants. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Hello from Turkey. You're making quinoa pilaf with quinoa. I love quinoa. It kind of tastes like corn to me, and it might just be the way I make it. It has a corn-ish flavor. All right. Oh, Nairo says her one daughter Bella would be like Shelby was with the snakes. Megan says she hates snakes. I think a lot of people do. I'm not super fond, but I've gotten a little bit like when you're around a kid who's like dragging crap home, like ever since she was little. We we lived in town when I lived in Auburn. We lived in a subdivision in town in the city of Auburn in Indiana before we moved here. And a regular subdivision. We were in on a cul-de-sac, and there were these two little boys that lived next to us, and Shelby would go out and she would find snakes. Like they were all over. Snakes were all over in our neighborhood. And then the father of the little boys said, our dad doesn't like you catching all those snakes, because she would catch them and let them go. And it was just so funny because we're like in the middle of a subdivision and she could find them. And, I don't know. It's kind of funny, but I got used to it. She was little. So she's done it ever since she was little. She'd be dragging stuff home, no matter where we've lived or where we've went. She seems to find. On Mother's Day weekend a few years ago, we stopped at Walmart after church, and she hops out of the van, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Darren went inside the store to get something, and then here she gets in the van, and she's got a bird. She had a starling. And then she kept the starling. That's a sad story. She raised this starling for a while, which is really kind of gross. They're kind of nasty birds, but it like imprinted on her, and she'd take it outside and it would like fly and then fly back to her. One of the times it did that, a hawk came down and grabbed it from our trees, and it was sad. She was crying because this hawk just came and ate her starling. So yeah, so that's, you just kind of get used to it. Mm. Yes, you know what? I did that right away when I got back. I did do that, and it does help. You are so right. Let's see. Oh, what did Shauna say? Wendy Kessel from Kid Thing. Rattlers. Grandpa was bit by one. Oh, see that? Like poisonous snakes to me, that's a little scary. Wendy says, I get to live on a farm in the country with birds and eggs, ponds around me. Perfect setting for snacks. Yeah. You did awesome, and the video footage was beautiful. No depth perception, so heights freak me out. Yeah. Oh, that would, because you can't make, and you're mentally, you don't know. Yeah, with the depth perception thing, I can understand that. But see, I never used to be. It's as I've gotten older, it's gotten progressively worse for like, and then the anxiety. That's the thing, because I can feel, the heart racing, all the things. But I was able to just like, I was able to control it to some degree, like where I didn't absolutely lose it. So that's good, because I was close. I was close, and that would have been a little bit embarrassing, but I wouldn't care. I mean, I don't know the people that are around me, but there were people who went up, and I don't believe, like, they didn't take the chairlift. I didn't have a problem with the chairlift. I was a little freaked out at first, but then I'm like, whoa, this is fun. I didn't really have a problem with that, because it wasn't that high off the ground. In my mind, I'm like, I could fall and still live. I might break a bone, but it's not a big deal. I don't know what the fear, like, I guess the fear of falling, it's not the fear of the heights, it's the fear of the falling, right? I don't know. But there were some people who didn't want to even take the chairlift, and they did like have a shuttle that took them up to the top of the mountain. And I think some people didn't go across it. They just like saw it from a distance. They wanted to see it. And I understand that. Let's see. Wide open on the bird's mouth, wide open on the let's see here. Iris said, I'm proud of you, and I'm afraid of everything. I get it though. I get it. Thank you for that though. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself, because I had anxiety the night before. Like, I was like, Darren, I don't know if I can do this. He's like, you'll do fine. You'll do fine. Let's see. Irish. Good afternoon in Dublin. And Iris says, I switched the TV, so I'm watching you on 80-inch and just watched the previous and the new movie coming out, Twisters, in the theater. Oh, yeah. I bet that would be good. I didn't know that was coming out again. So it's like a revamp, like a remake. Is that what it is? Took my mom up the Eiffel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty, but I would be scared. But I would probably do it. I probably would. Okay, so I do have a few other things. First off, I wanted to mention, I know I've been a little MIA on the groups. I haven't been doing a lot with everything that's been going on. And now I have to tell you, we had more illness since I've been back. I'm glad the kids like kept it at bay for us to go away, because my biggest fear was us going away this last weekend was because of the strep. Some of them hadn't had strep yet, so I was afraid of them getting really sick and then us having to come home. But that ended up being okay. But then Monday right away, my son Logan I had to take him in, and his strep came back negative. I had to take him in and get a test. Super sick for a couple days, and so I don't know if it's another virus or whatever, but a few of the kids have had it. So it's been a little bit, I've been a little, momming it quite a bit. So I don't know what's going around, guys, because it sounds like, Nikita's over like in another part of the world and she's dealing with it. So it must be germs or see, I think our immune systems are just crap after all the stuff that we've been bombarded with and I know everybody has different theories about that, like, being not being out in public. And I do know that my kids are more susceptible, having been that most of them have been they have been homeschooled their whole life. So they haven't been like immersed in all the germs. And I do know that then I think they're more sensitive to getting sick to this day because they weren't in public school. But I know for myself, I seem to be like, since I've had the Rona, I seem to not be able to fight stuff off. And like for this strep, I had to get augmentin because amoxicillin won't work. And it's so weird. I don't know. It's just really strange. But let's see. Somebody said something about tapestry. Elise said, I just started to learn tapestry crochet. Oh, has anyone got tips? I want to see, Elise. Have you shared any of that? I've kind of been eyeing it. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of itching for a little something, something different, y'all, because to get me a little bit more out of the funk. I did better, but now I'm still a little bit there, guys. Not going to lie. Sandy said, I've heard a lot of people are sick right now. Yeah, see, it feels like that's the case. I know that when I went to the clinic, when I took one of the kids in for strep test, they said that morning they had seen like within a few hours, they'd seen like 40 some patients. So yeah, I'm like, ooh, immediately I'm like, I don't want to touch anything because they probably didn't clean it the way that they should. I don't know. But Shauna says tapestry crochet. Yes, you need to share. I want to see that. Elise said I'll send some pics what I have made in the group in a bit. Yeah, please do that. I would definitely love to see that. So you probably have to count, I'm guessing. Kathy said I'm doing mosaic crochet. Oh, that's cool too. Everybody's doing the crochet thing. I think that's cool. Hello, Irish in Minnesota. Really cool, really cool. Okay, so a couple other things. Margot had posted in the group, but that's what I was saying. I was a little MIA. So I was scrolling through today. She had posted a question about why are some acrylics machine washable and others are not. I don't know. I don't personally know, but I do have a theory on this, why some are labeled that they are and some are not. One, some of the acrylics are like real, like even, I don't know what's one I could show. Oh, like this. This is the Prism yarn. This is acrylic. I don't know if it says that it's machine washable. Hold on. Is this the Prism? No, that's Value. Let me see if I have it. But what I was going to say is I do know some of the, I need to throw these away, guys. I am so bad about, there, I think this is one. Machine wash cold, dry flat. So it is still machine washable. I'd be nervous to put that to put it in the washing machine. Something that's a little more delicate like that, I would be nervous. But I think some of them, if they say they're not, I don't think it has anything to do with yarn. My theory, and Shauna might know, or some of you that have more yarn experience, I think it might have something to do with the dyes in the yarn, that there might be issue with bleed, but I could be wrong. About that. But I think most of like the big twists are machine washable. Most acrylics, to me, it seems like they could be because they don't absorb water. So it seems like they'd be able to do that, but I'm not sure as to why. But I still would like proceed with caution depending on how hardy that acrylic yarn is. I'm just reading some here. Tina says, I think it depends a lot on what the acrylic is blended with. Well, and see, most of what I use, it's like 100%. Like almost all of my stuff is not a blend. But yeah, like I would hand wash or dry clean. I agree, Char. I'm like, I would hand wash or delicate in a bag, like a delicates bag or whatever. I think that would be, or if you didn't have an agitator. See, like I have an old machine and I have an agitator and it has a tendency to tear up our clothes. So if I was going to put it in the washing machine, I'd probably hand wash it. I wouldn't put it in and that's what I've done is hand wash stuff. Yeah, Prism for sure. I agree with that. Let's see here. Shauna says, all my acrylics, I recommend hand wash, even with the ones that say, because it seems like it'll pill really bad. Because all acrylics do to some degree. I think I haven't found one. I know there's anti-pilling, obviously, that won't, but I think if it's not anti-pilling, you're going to get a pill on it no matter what, because you're going to get fuzz coming off, and then that's how you get the pilling. What did Megan say? It took me a while to figure it out because I couldn't do that for a long time until today. Oh, are you talking about the crochet? You're doing really good with that, Megan, too. So okay. So anyways, that's really, I don't think anybody had any questions. Let me just double check and make sure there aren't any. I don't think there were any that I saw in the groups or whatever. There was something else that I was gonna write down and then I forgot. But is everybody else kind of dealing with the funk a bit? Are you dealing with it? Because is it just the time of year, do you think? Because I'm kind of, and like for those of us who have been battling, when you're sick, you just really don't feel like doing a whole lot, at least I don't. And because I lose energy and it's hard for me to focus. And a lot of times if I have to do anything where I'm paying attention, now, if I'm just doing tubes, that's not as difficult. But even then, sometimes, guys, when I'm not feeling well, I have a tendency to screw stuff up. Like, yeah, that happens to me. Yeah, I don't think I have any here. I do have an update. I want to thank everybody who's donated to the GoFundMe. Some exciting news back from when this whole thing started, and I sent the machines over to Christine over in Embu, Kenya. The girls are still making stuff. They had Christine's been in the news, like locally there, kind of trying to draw awareness to all the stuff that's going on in the slums. And she had a doctor that contacted her from outside of the area and came in, actually, I guess it would be yesterday, and spoke to their group. And she actually gave the ladies, or the girls that are using the knitting machines, gave them more money for yarn. And she's going to come back and get, they're going to make kids hats and for the kids in the hospital, and she's going to buy them from them. And so that's like a revenue source for them. So that's super exciting. So I wanted to update you guys on that. The other really awesome thing is Moses and his sister now have, I can't really call it an apartment. Maybe I'll share the pictures because Christine sent me pictures early this morning. It's a room, but at least it has a door that can be locked and his stuff can't be stolen. And so all of you who have been helping, it's all helping. They've got an Afrigas, I think that's what it's called. They got a little they were able to get it's like a little propane tank that has a burner on top. So that's like a start. And he was able to salvage like a blanket that he's had, and that's what he's using for his bed right now. But he's in like an apartment. It's just a room. And I don't think it has electricity, so he'll have to figure out something for lights and all of that. And thank you for sharing the GoFundMe. If you feel compelled to give, any guys, any little bit helps. I think $5 is the minimum donation, and that can like get them food for more than one day, like several. So consider it if it's something, instead of think of it as like buying a skein of yarn, it really does help them. So that's really good news. So things are moving and grooving for them. And my prayer is that we can get them or help with the GoFundMe. And I'm going to start setting some stuff up on my Etsy shop to help with donating too, and get them set up in that room so that they're established and they'll be okay. But yeah, but it's good news. It's good. And I'm so excited for the girls that are doing the machines, because it's not easy. And then for them to have a doctor come in, that's just some hope. So that's some really good news. So I wanted to let you guys all know that. Beanie Babe, how are you? The weather too constantly raining here in Scotland. I'm getting tired. Oh yeah, you need the sun. Yes, you do. We've had a lot of rain here recently. You can see though the green, all the green. It likes the rain. But we have. Does anybody have no-see-ums where they're at? I thought we were going to get through usually the spring of the year is when they're like, for us, later spring, which I guess is kind of now because summer isn't official until later in the month. But I thought we were going to skirt it. But because of the rain, and we have no-see-um screens on a few of our windows, but I can see Like that window right there is open and it doesn't have a no seam screen. But the no seams right now are really bad. And I got bites on my ankle. And guys, they're awful. They're freaking awful. They're okay if you don't itch them. But if you start itching them, so if anybody has like a trick, I think we got so desperate one of the years that I made like, what did I use? Like lemongrass and tea tree oil, some kind of spray. And I would spray my legs down before I went to bed at night, because if I pulled my leg out of the covers, I would just be eaten up by no seams. And then finally we got smart and got screens, because they can get through a regular screen. But yeah, so that's what we've been dealing with here. Oh, Wendy, I bet Wendy says the mosquitoes are terrible where she is. And I bet with that kind of temperature and the humidity, yeah. Toothpaste. Oh, does that help? Like on the bite itself? I'll have to try that, because they have a tendency to bite in a line. So you end up with not just one bite, you end up with like all these multiple bites. Let's see. Barb says, yep, no seams here in north central Minnesota. Toothpaste helps the itching. Carrie May, you may be a lifesaver. I will definitely be trying that, because I'm digging the crap out of my legs and then if I start itching, then it's like, the itching makes more itching. Oh, is that true, Elise? See, I have A positive. I have A positive blood, O positive. They like me though, because it's myself and my son Logan, we're the ones that get bit the most, even when it comes to mosquito bites as well. So I don't know what that is, but I do know that some blood types are like more more apt to get bitten, I think. So I have someone who has been really wanting this pattern, and it's on my list of things to do. I have two that I really want to get done still this month, but the month is ticking away. So, but I want to ask you guys a question. So you have to tell me, okay, this I made over like a year ago. I think it was about a year ago, with every intention of making a pattern. And then I didn't. So I'm hoping I remember how to do it. I think I do. I wrote down what I could, but I call it like a splooty cutie. It was supposed to be kind of like a corgi, but I'm thinking about I'll do this style. You see it? I'll do this style. And then I'm thinking I might try to do like a long-eared one, almost like a hound dog, kind of like a beagle, maybe. I don't know what you guys think, but this is on my list of things to do. My splooty cuties. I could even do a cat. This one looks a little bit like a cat. So you guys, do you think that's something you would like do, like make? It's a little more complicated, I will tell you, than some of the other things I've done, but it's not difficult. But anyways, so that's on my list. And then the other thing I'm not going to tell you, because it's going to be a surprise. This is going to be a surprise. Yeah, like a dachshund. Yeah. Beagle or a dachshund. But I think a floppy eared, very cute. Long ears are nice. Yeah. See, I think long ears would be cute. Wouldn't that be cute to do some long ears? And I don't know about this now. I might adjust that. I don't know. We'll have to see. This was just like a test. I used to have a corgi. I used to have a corgi named Bob. He was quite something, actually. That was several years ago. I kind of miss him. I miss my Bob. But anyways, he kind of doesn't. This looks more like a fox, I think, than a corgi. But that was kind of what I was going for. If you've seen the ones that are crocheted and so darn cute, that was kind of like my take on that version. It's super soft though. Like, I think it's nice and squishy. It would be really fun for a little kid. They just have to be over 3, because it's the safety eyes, because they might eat them. That's another thing. Does anybody out there, so this is my call to you. If you've watched some of the other amigurumi people, they have like iron on eyes or glue on eyes. And I don't have a Cricut, but I've thought about, do any of you cut eyes for your own stuff? Like the little felt eyes, like the cute little closed eyes. If you do, let me know, because I want some and I will buy them from you if you make them. Or if you sell them. I don't know if that's any of you. Maybe none of you do, or maybe you all have a suggestion of people that do. So, but I'd like to support if there's someone in the group that does it, or you want to maybe, sell eyes. That would be kind of a fun thing. And I know that I would like to try some different ones. I'm a little scared to like iron anything on, but I suppose we could glue them on. I'm still scared of that too, but let's see. Yeah, D, it is kind of a really a doxy. Yes, that's a good idea. It is really a snuggler. It's very cute. Elise says you can do a poodle and crochet the woolly bits on. Yes, but that would be a lot of work, as Nikita can attest to with her sheep. But yes, absolutely. And that probably, I don't know, that's a lot. Yeah. I kind of want to try that technique after seeing Nikita do her sheep, but I just know it's something that's going to be like a long process, and I just have to make sure that I know that before I get started so I can actually finish it. I'm going to go back and see what I've. Okay, so long ears. I'm going to try that then. I think we'll do that. I think we will. If there's enough of you interested. Basset Hound, Shauna says. Sarah says, I put my patio furniture out and was super excited to knit outside. It's been horrible weather. You know what? I've been the same. You can only see here like on the side, but we have a huge deck on the front. And I always think about going out there and having my morning coffee. And I don't want to do anything because I'm either going to get bit up by no-see-ums or mosquitoes. Plus, my dogs are kind of brats. They have been lately because we have like a huge influx of people and they're not used to it. But with summer, they go from like nobody being around to like all these people. And then there's that adjustment period. They still bark at everybody, which drives me nuts. So if I go out and then there are people, then they seem worse, if that makes sense. I don't know. It drives me crazy. Barb says gnats, not knits. She must have typed knits. Mary says I use buttons for eyes. It's a little easier. Okay, Wendy, what do you say? Patchouli. Okay. Basil, lavender, lemongrass, or a eucalyptus oil are great repellents. Essential. Those are because I hate using like nasty, you know? I hate that's a good thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Lisa says I ordered 2 of the tension guides for that's awesome. Yay. Shauna says use low temp hot. Oh yeah, because it'll melt the yarn, won't it? That's what I kept thinking. The other thing is I do have, I don't think it's out here. I know I used to use this for crafting all the time. I'm going to grab it. I think this would work. It's over in my daughter Rachel's stash. If you ever wonder, that's like her area. She like beads and does all she draws stuff. This is kind of old because it has an old Hobby Lobby thing on it. But this 3-in-1, this beacon glue, this stuff, I don't know if it would, I think it would do okay. It reminds me of hot glue, but it's not hot. I think it would work all right on yarn. Because it has like instant grab and it's fast drying, and then I wouldn't have to use the hot glue because that stuff's pretty good. I don't know. Maybe I could try that too. And then I wouldn't be as scared. You can sew them on make yarn French knot. That's another thing. I have done that when I forgot to put the eyes in. I've only done it once though. Like this guy here, I actually was so excited when I put him together. I stitched him up and then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't put the eyes in. So I did French knots, but they ended up being like a little oblong. But then if I was going to recreate that, I don't know if I could. But yeah, that's another tip. But see, I'm so like you have to make the French knot big enough that it won't pull through too. But hello to you. Hello. Thank you for being here. Wendy says, I make so many toddler friendly toys. I just sew my eyes into the project. That's a good idea. Oh, yay. Shauna says, Lisa, they got mailed out yesterday. That's exciting. Mary says, can you connect 2 different yarns when making a hat? How do you connect them? Oh, okay. I never tie them, so there's a knot. Let me see if I can show you. I will use this. I will show you. Okay, so let's say you have your yarn, your tube, and you want to switch your color. I can't do my down thing. Let me grab this one. So I have the yarn all in there. And then what you want to do is, let's say you stop. Okay, so you go until you get to your last pin or whatever. So that would be right here, like the white one right before the black, right? So then you're just going to drop in, your new color. So you cut your tail, make sure you have enough tail, drop it into the center, right? And then you take your new color and you go, I'll show you. So let's say I'll get another one. Let's say I have this one. Okay. I'm going to show you here. So we're pretending because I can't show you above. So I have this one in there. I have my tube, and you can see I have, like, I would just drop my tail in like that. And then I bring my new color in right beside it. So I have my new color. And then I would put it in here. I'm going to go back just so you can see this. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Shut it into my feeder. Okay. So then I have my new color. So I have my other one. I have my new color. I'm just going to hold on to both of those tails, like over here. And then I'm going to crank, and it'll crank the new color in. So you have a tail for your new color, a tail for your old one that has the tube. And then you just do like 3 or 4 cranks, and then I half tie it. So then you just half tie those tails together. Some people knot them when they're on the machine. I don't do that. That was our mail lady. So that's how you do it. You can tie it, but then you're going to have a knot in your hat, and it may end up showing through where you don't want it to, depending on what side of the tube, you know, that you want out. So it's just really simple. There's a lot of videos on color changes online. So you could look on YouTube. That's what I suggest if I confused you, because I very well may have. But that was something when I first started that I was like baffled by. But it's really not difficult. I just say, like, I put my hand through and hold on to it. Some people will take a clip and they clip them together, and then they continue to crank. And then you can, you know, tie those. I just do a half tie, like the first step in tying your shoes. And then when I take the tube off, I just give it a really good stretch, turn it inside out, pull out the slack, and then I will knot it 2 or 3 times, depending on the yarn. And the first knot, you don't want to pull it too tight, because then you can cinch in your knitting, but you can pull the slack out, and then the color change will line up a lot better. But yeah. Oh, Elise, your baby just laughed for the first time. Isn't that the best? It's the best. It's so good. I will tell you, I talk to my daughter, Haley, almost every day. So I get to FaceTime her with her, and I get to see my granddaughter, Astrid, and she's getting to where I haven't heard the giggle, but she's definitely all smiles, and sometimes she's not all smiles. Sometimes she's very upset. But it's such the sweet thing when they first start giggling. That is just the sweetest thing. Yeah, and Wendy said the 101 series on YouTube could help there. Sarah says those first laughs are amazing. My little one would laugh until he got the hiccups. Then my husband would get mad at me for giving him the hiccups. That's hilarious. Oh, that's a good idea. Megan says she burns the ends of the eyes so that they don't come off. That's a good idea. I think I have seen other people do that too. So it melts them. You put your little thing on, and you melt them. And yeah, that's a really good idea. Barb says the homesteading RD website has mosquito handmade repellent recipe. Oh, I'll check that out. Thank you, Barb. Thank you for that. Tina says, has anyone ever bought a Yarn Swift and Yarn Winder from Temu? Tina, the one I got here, I got off Amazon, but they do have lots of stuff on there. Yeah, I don't know if it would be bad, because I think the one I have here is not the box looks like it's kind of a knockoff of something, but it works really well. But the Yarn Swift, isn't that the thing like for your hanks, like the big, like, it reminds me of like what you dry your clothes on. I don't have one of those because I don't ever have hanks. I try to stay away from the hanks because I know it's going to cost more money, even though I love them. I love the look of that yarn, but lots of yarn that's all hooty tooty, bougie yarn. But I don't know if any of you done that at all. I just placed an order with them actually yesterday with some goodies. I want to get I was looking at what is it called? Like, you know, like the blocking boards for fur. Why do I do that? Why do I say fur instead of for crochet, for granny squares? I say fur. It's lazy. Drives me nuts. When I hear myself say it, it drives me crazy. I'm not sure, Elise. I don't know why it won't let you tag. I'm not sure. Unless they're on a different platform, maybe. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, let's see. I'm going to go ahead. I want to check first. I'm officially done with Temu. Almost everything I've ordered is smaller than it shows. That's kind of the joke, isn't it? It's kind of the joke that, like, I saw a thing where it's like a spoiler for a car and it's like this big. Because I will tell you the yarn skeins are small, or balls. They're balls. They're not skeins. Everything is a small amount. Some things I've gotten on there are good. I've been gifted 4 mini skeins of gorgeous blue. They do have some pretty stuff. No joke. But yes, I agree. It is smaller. Mary says, also, I just got the tensioner. Do you normally use bowsprings, or which one? I typically, bowsprings is like super tight tension. I finally learned this when I actually paid attention with talking to Shauna. I use the gold ring, the smaller one. That's my go-to for most things because it's the looser tension. And then this one's the tighter tension. And then you can put both on for the most tension. And if you don't know what this is, if you're new, this is the Ultimate Tension Guide by Southpaw Fiber Arts. You can get it. It's for the Addy. If you have an Addy, you need it. I'm just going to be straight up and tell you, like, I've been using my Addy. Have you guys seen? I have not really been using my Centros as much because of this guy right here. I really love it a lot. I love it. I love it. So yeah, you can get one from Shauna. They do a really good job. It's super great. And it's really nice for pattern yarns. You can be more consistent. So you get like cooler patterns. So yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, let me check before. I'll read some more here in just a second, and then we'll get to the giveaway. And we're going to give away one of Molly's, if my computer's going to work. It's like frozen. Hello? Are you there? I don't know what happened. It's like really frozen here. Hold on. Oh, there. Let me go. Cancel. That was strange. Weird. I'm going to check one thing, though. I'm going to get into my live. Go to my live, because I think I have some memberships to give away. I'm almost positive, but I was going to see how many I have done. I got to make sure I'm muted. Hopefully I am. And then I'm going to read the rest of these questions here, and then we'll do the giveaway for Molly's tags, and I will make you up some one-of-a-kind knitty sticks with my beads. And yeah, here we go. Yes, because I have not given any away. So we'll do 5 memberships for the YouTube channel. So let me just look at these here really quick, and then we'll go to doing the giveaway here. Sarah says, I'm so nervous about buying things on Temu. I haven't tried it yet, but I am in a crafting funk. So I'm thinking about buying something to kickstart. It is okay, Sarah. Is that not like it is the thing? Like what is it about? Sometimes just buying stuff is just as much fun as making stuff. But sometimes if you have the idea, like the new project feel, I have that same thing. I will tell you guys, have you guys seen that thing that, it looks like a Cricut, but it like prints out a paint by number. Have you seen it? I don't even know what it's called, but I saw it on Facebook. I have to have this thing. I'm like obsessed thinking about this thing and all the stuff I want to do. It's been a long time since I've painted. I used to, like, I went to college for art. That sounds really like I actually am an artist. I'm not. I'm more of a like glorified graphic designer, but and I'm not super great at that either. But anyways, I loved painting when I did. So I would like to do that because I like that idea. Just like I've not tried the diamond dots thing. I need something to kind of just like, like a new, like, and crochet is good, but a little something new. So I get you, Sarah. We need to like get out of funk. We need to get out of funk, whatever it is, because I've got it too. Wendy says, I got a garden tool that turned out to be more like a hand tool, not a long handled tool. My knees and my back won't be. Aww. Shauna says, page 4 of the instructions tells you for the Ultimate Tension Guide. Elise says, I've been quite lucky with Temu, never had a problem. See, I haven't had an issue either, but I understand. Okay, what do you use for Knitty Sticks for? Oh, they're for, I've got these all stuck in here. These are mine. This is my set I use. Isn't that funny? Looks like an alien. Well, I use them when I used to always use, I will tell you, I used to always like take my, like these guys that you get with your Centro knitting machines. I have other ones too, like plastic needles. And what I would do is I would use them to kind of hold, like when I'm trying to position an ear to stitch it on. A lot of times I use them for positioning, like where do I want to put them? And then I use it like in the corners to hold it. But what I was finding, and I was seeing the amigurumi people have these knitty sticks. So then I started making my own, but twice. One time I did actually get like where the needle, I wasn't paying attention and it can push all the way through. And I was able to get it out. But the second one I had like in my one of my videos, like you can see it like disappearing into my piece where I've almost lost these in the piece and I could probably squeeze them out. But so I wanted to get away from doing that. And they do that exact same thing, but there's no way for them to be able to pull through because of the cute little beads on there. So it's just mainly for doing amigurumi to hold your pieces together. Like when you're stitching like the head onto the body, it's, can hold it in place, or an arm or a leg or whatever. So that's what they're for. And I just stick them in this little dude because it looks silly and it holds them. So yeah, so that's what they are. Okay. All right. Sandy says, I'm gifted diamond paintings. Oh, you like it? You know what? I need to try it. Because I think I might like that repetition. Oh, yeah. Nikita, you'd be surprised what some people will pay for things. I need to get it set up for, I've had it, see, I did it again, the fur. I need to say for my Etsy shop, for doing international shipping. Because right now I don't have it set up. But it is kind of expensive. And then it makes everything else expensive. So I get it. You have to find a local market almost. Yeah, I get it. Maybe I need to send you some, Nikita. Maybe I'll have to do that. I'll just gift you some maybe. Okay. Or you could win them right now. We'll see. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go ahead and do a giveaway. Let's do hashtag goodies because that's my go-to. Do hashtag and then goodies in the comments. Doesn't matter if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Do it there. Wendy says fur is okay. It just drives me crazy. So do hashtag goodies, and we'll do a giveaway. So let me get the giveaway tool up here. Giveaway tool. I got to reshare, I think. Hold on. Let me see. And then after, let me get in here. After I do this giveaway, make sure you put hashtag goodies. Make sure there's no space too. After we do this, I'm going to ask anybody who's on Facebook to pop over to, YouTube, and then you can win one of the memberships to help support the channel. Okay, so there we go. I'm not going to start it just yet. So I'm going to give you guys just a little bit more time. Hashtag goodies. And it doesn't matter where you're located. I will send them to you wherever you are. I'm going to put together some knitty sticks, and then we'll include one of the starter sets from Miss Molly or Mrs. Molly. One of these cool dudes. Yeah. And we'll do that and we'll send them to you and it'll be lovely and great and fun. So I already paid for my, you won't be able to win one then. Sorry, Wendy, but thank you for doing it. Anybody who's still like doing the renewing of the membership, thank you for doing that. It does help support the channel. It does. And I say support the channel. You're helping support me to be able to continue doing what I'm doing. Although I'm going to be real transparent, I have been thinking about an actual job. Oh no, I don't know if that's a good idea. I haven't had an actual, like where I have a boss job in a very long time, but I've thought about it. I've thought about getting a part-time job, but I don't know if I want to do that. I needed to either commit more to what I'm doing or something else, because I really want to help out our family financially a little bit more. And I don't know. I don't know if I can be an employee though, guys. Not going to lie. I don't know if I have it in me. All right. So does everybody get their hashtag? Oh, let's see. Colorado Gal 365. Do hashtag and then goodies. Colorado Gal 365. Do hashtag and then goodies. Otherwise it won't put you in the drawing. So Yarn Crafty, hi Cheri and friends. Only have a minute, but wanted to say hi. So Yarn Crafty, how are you? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Nikita, you start your new job next week. That's awesome. You got me thinking, Nikita. I thought about like, would it be insane as a 50-year-old woman to go get my CNA certification? I've thought about that. After taking, oh, good. Okay, there you got it. There. Anybody else? I'm going to give you guys a few minutes. But then I'm like, do I really want to do that? But I just know that when my mom was in the nursing home, how awful it was. and how I would like to help people, but I don't know that I'll do that. It's just me thinking. Yay, Leah, go ahead. Yep. Hashtag goodies. Never too old, Colorado gal says. Yeah, I don't feel like I am. I'm just now feeling like I'm figuring stuff out, you know? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start collecting. All right, we got 35. Anybody else? Wendy says not too old. Is that what I want to do, Wendy? Would I want to do that though? I don't know. Because I know how management is in a lot of those places, and I just don't know if I could handle it. I get fired probably. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna draw it. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win today? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win today? Shauna Morgan! Yay! That's exciting. Why isn't it going? It's like frozen. It's like frozen. Yay! Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should volunteer first. That's a good idea, and see if it's something I'd want to do. Yay, Shauna! Woohoo! I'll get you your knitty sticks and your tags out fairly soon. Shauna says never too old. There is an 81-year-old graduating at my son's. Oh, that is awesome. Shauna, that is so cool. That is so cool. Let me go back here. Let's me go back. I love that idea. I don't know that I'd go back to college, but doing something where I'm learning a new skill, I don't know. Sounds exciting. Yay. Shauna, I'm so glad that you won. Okay. So the next thing I want to do before I hop off of here is I would like to give away 5 free memberships to the YouTube channel, and you can like do the emojis and stuff. The other thing I will say is like here, like Debbie's name, you can't see it here, but for me, it like highlights her name. It's like green. So I know that she's in the community on YouTube. So if you want to win or you want to have an opportunity to win, you have to be on the YouTubes, wherever that is for you. So I'm going to give you all just a hot second, whoever's on Facebook, and like, see, for me right now, I don't know how many are on Facebook. I have no idea. I think maybe 12. I don't know if that's right. But I want to give away, and I will say I want to give away 5 memberships, but you have to like accept it. So once I do it, you have to accept it. Otherwise it doesn't work. And like, just like Wendy said, you can do that thing right there if you would prefer. Have you guys seen that Facebook changed the rules for going live now? I think there's more to come, guys. I think some things are going to get cracked down on the Facebooks pretty soon. I have a gut feeling on this. See, it's different. Okay. Key to 237. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. Facebook goons go. So, all right. So over on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and do the gifting. So if you're not there and you'd like to win, you have to get to the Hoop and Home YouTube channel. So I'll give it just one more minute. And yeah, Wendy says Facebook is it's getting a little crazy. Yeah, it's getting a little crazy. I will tell you though, like, I've been kind of stalking my old TikTok stuff, and that's getting a little much too. Like all the people, and I think I mentioned this before, like the lives getting frozen. Sarah says, Cheri, after watching you, I've taken to making small reels on my knitting Facebook page. I've been doing it oh, that's awesome. Sarah, what is your page? I got to like follow you. Do I follow you? Let me write down. I will find you. What is the name of your knitting page, Sarah? Her lips are so chapped. Anybody else get really bad chapped lips after you go like on a trip? I think it's the air in the car. I'm going to see if I can follow you. Okay, Lisa says she's there now. Okay, so now we can do it. Sarah, you got to tell me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to gift 5. So we'll see who's going to get them. And my Siri's going off. Siri, go to sleep. Go to bed. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Whoop, whoop. Okay, here we go. I know you can't see it. It'll pop up here. Let me see. Who got them? Who got them? It's going so slow. It says Barb was gifted a membership. Pam Tyler, Kathy Williams, Kathy Matheson, and Diana Ravina, I believe. You all got memberships. 5 memberships were given away. I think it doesn't show me on this now. But thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So yay. Congrats to all of you. And then I won't do it next week. Oh, having a yarn. Oh, I like that. Okay. Everybody needs to go to Sarah's Having a Yarn page. And I'm writing that down so I don't forget. And then I'll make sure I follow you. Let me me see here. Let's see. Okay. Having a yarn. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. I was going to check one thing. What did you say it was on? You said you're doing shorts on your Facebook page. Okay, so everybody has to go to Having Yarn on Facebook for Sarah, and then you'll be able to follow her page. Give her some support. And I want to say, please, the PJ Mommy Sandy has her channel on YouTube. If you could follow her, if you don't already, she is a moderator here in Nairo and Nikita. They all have Nitsy as Nikita's page, and she also has a YouTube channel as well. I love her name, by the way. So and Nairo's is Hook Stitch by Stitch, HSS. What is it? Let me look at my, I always forget. Yeah, it's HSS. Can you share it, Sandy? Because I can't ever remember. Nairo's gonna hate me. But if you could show them all some love, I would appreciate it. I really, really would. Really, really, really. And then again, if if you're looking for the ultimate tension guide, make sure to hop over to Southpaw Fiber Arts. And then also, if you need some tags, check out Golden Arm Creations. So anyways, guys, that's really all I have. And you guys, just like Sarah, if you start sharing your stuff, if you think it's something that you want to dive into, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do that. It's so much fun to share with other people. It's kind of like show and tell. You are so welcome, Barb. And I know it's intimidating. I was very afeared at first. I can remember, oh, Wendy, I will let you know soon-ish. Like I haven't scheduled because I might be going out of town again, and I don't know for sure. So that's why I haven't scheduled another crank and chat, where it's just more chat than crank. But yeah, that'll be coming. We'll be doing those. If I don't do 2 this month, because it's kind of getting away from me since today's the 13th, right? But I might be meeting my daughter. My daughter's coming over the 4th of July with Astrid, and we might be dropping someone off to ride with her. And we're trying to still figure all that out. So once I do. Shar says hobbies keep me focused. It's true. Well, you know what? It keeps me sane. And thank you for sharing Nairo's links there too. I appreciate that. Okay, guys. Well, I gotta pop off. I gotta get out of here. I gotta skedaddle. So I will leave you with this. My lovely sign that Molly made me that is beautiful. Remember, stay cranky. Stay cranky. And we all need to get out of our funk. So let's help each other out of the funk. Maybe if you feel like sharing in the new CranKnit Network some of the cool stuff that you're doing, please do that. You don't realize that by just sharing a picture of what you're working on, it can inspire someone else to like just go and do if they're feeling a little sad and a little down. So it does make a difference. All right. And I think I'm going to just pop that in there because Leah says, Shauna, I need to send you a message about making 3D Addy legs. So you guys can maybe connect. Leah, Sew Yarn Crafty, Shauna, Southpaw Fiber Arts. There we go. All right, guys, I need to hop off. You guys have a great one. Thanks for watching. Go make something. Be happy. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you. I will see you later. See you next week. See ya. Bye now.